Greetings, I'm Michael O'Connor, and thanks for joining me at the well. Today we have as our guest Father Moses,
Thank you,
and
Mike.
thank you. And for this topic, we're going to talk about where do you find your peace? And I heard a sermon that Father had done a couple of weeks ago, and I said, boy, that really resonated with me. So I'd love for you to share some of your thoughts on that topic about peace.
Mike, our people desire for interior peace, and that is written upon our very nature. And though many people make choices that leads to interior um, disorder and even chaos, those chaos are often made out of a confused sense of what actually provides fulfillment. For example, those who choose to feed an addiction to drug or alcohol often began that addiction out of a misguided desire for happiness. The temporary fixed experience gives the temporary sense of well-being, but objectively speaking, it is very clearly that the temporary peace one receives from this action leads ultimately to a loss of the very thing they desire. And when these choices becomes addiction, the person often find themselves trapped in a downward spiral. There are also countless other ways in which people find themselves seeking satisfaction and fulfillment in life, which they call peace. For example, there is money, promiscuity, cheating, selfishness, anger, deception, and the like are all actions that are done with the intent of some kind of satisfaction. Our daily goal must be to unmask those deceptive actions so that we can see them or what they are and the fruit that they produce. These are clearly among the many ways the world offers us peace. When it comes to true happiness in life, the gift of true interior peace is one of the clearest signs that we are on the right track and are making the right decisions. When we choose the will of God each and every day, those choices may be difficult and require much initial sacrifice. Love can be hard, faithfulness to the moral law of God can be challenging, and refusing to sin is very, very difficult. But choosing the will of God throughout our day and every day will begin to produce within us the consoling and sustaining gift of the peace of Christ. True peace produces strength. It leads to interior integrity and wholeness. It produces clarity of thought and certitude in conviction. God's peace leads to more peace. It leads to choices based on well throughout actions of love. Peace leads us to the will of God, and the will of God leads us to peace. The cyclical effect is exponential and is one of the clearest guides to happiness. I invite you all to reflect upon whether you truly have peace in your heart. Do you recognize the still, strong, sustaining presence of God within your soul? Do your daily choices produce greater integrity of heart and clarity of mind? Do you find that you have joy and calm even in the midst of life's greatest challenges? Seek out this peace, for if you do, you will be seeking out good God who produced this glorious gift within your heart.
You know what I like about that? I like how you do the juxtaposition of what the world offers you, and that's the honor, power, pleasure, and wealth that we all try to attain, thinking that's going to make us happy, but we know that doesn't. So you got what the world offers you and what God offers you if you follow his will.
Right,
And I also like what you said about the fact that it will give you calm, but calm doesn't necessarily mean without travails.
right,
And when God stepped into that room with the frightened apostles after his death, and they were just very frightened, and he came in after he had risen and said, "Peace be with you." Really, he wanted to calm them or give them the peace of being with him. So, really, in a way, peace equals Christ. Peace be with you. I am with you. If I am with you, you will have calm. Now, he willingly knew that everyone in that room, maybe except John, was going to go out and be martyred. So, calm does not necessarily mean you won't go through some trials and tribulations, as they certainly did. But they did that with peace in their heart, and that gave them the strength and the courage to
Yes.
do what they did.
I mentioned three things that this peace, I mean, gives you, which you receive from Christ, is like I said, sin is difficult, and faithfulness to the moral law is challenging, and it requires sacrifice, initial sacrifice. It- I know that they were in the room scared. They were probably hiding, I would say. But when Christ came into that room, they received that peace because they were following him and they had sacrificed themselves for him. They have done a lot of things, and now they found that peace in Christ.
That's great. So where do you find your peace? Just reflect on what Father said here, and also the Gospels, and then how the apostles found their peace. Father, thanks so much for your great words. I always enjoyed listening to you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for
Mike.
joining me.
Yeah, it's the second time, and I feel good about, talking about a little of my experience that I can share with you
That's good.
and the community.
Great.
Thank you.
Keep listening. Keep praying. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you.